Hello, hello, and welcome to Week 13 in the NFL season.
Week 14 of Throwing Bombs.
Yes, and welcome to the Throwing Bombs podcast, a podcast about football from a fan's perspective. This is Ricky Rod and my co-host,
Gage Gwynn.
And what we do every week is we talk about the news, we talk about our picks, we talk about the future picks, we just shoot the breeze, okay? And I have a bone to pick with one of our listeners already.
Uh-oh.
Okay, because I get a text from you, Gage, over the weekend.
Casey. Okay, yeah. Speaking of bones, get it? Because Alex Smith broke his leg. That's not a good joke. I'm sorry. Yeah,
so you send me a text like he's Casey's upset about that we're not giving we're throwing shade to the Skins every week.
Well, like I ran Silent Bridge this past week, and Casey comes up. He goes, "Man, I listen to your podcast, and man, y'all crap on the Redskins."
Listen, man, I honestly thought I thought about this. I thought about this for about 2 minutes, Casey. 2 minutes. I gave you 2 minutes of my life. And I was thinking to myself, I thought we were somewhat positive with Alex Smith.
Well,
the only negative was him winning in the playoffs, I thought.
Yeah, I see what he was talking about, because there for a while, for about 4 weeks,
we picked against them.
We picked against them.
Yeah, we did pick against
them. Then they
them.
were like 4-1, and we're like, oh, hey, they're actually pretty good. And then we started picking, and then like they started losing, and then we're like, oh,
so the bottom line is, Casey,
good.
you don't want us to like your team, because when we like your team fails. So, I'm sorry. I am sorry. My brother-in-law is a huge Skins fan, and watching what's happening to that team, well, I got 2 words for you. Butt fumble. One more. Butt fumble. Another one. Mr. Dirty Sanchez. Enjoy that. Enjoy that backup quarterback ride, boys.
Because Colt McCoy also broke his fibula.
Yeah, broke his leg. He's out. They said 2 weeks, but most likely 4 weeks is what they said. So
that's it?
We might as well, yeah.
For a broken fibula?
Well, I don't think, obviously it wasn't as bad as, what happened to Alex. So, but they definitely said 4 weeks at least. And that means playable, by the way. That means playable. I have a feeling there's still a fracture there, but in 4 weeks, he's like, you can suck it up. So
why would they bring him back in, though? I guess it's situational if Mark Sanchez wins games.
They still have a chance to make the playoffs.
Yep.
And that's all that matters. So we might as well talk about that game last night. I enjoyed that game. Your boy Carson Wentz started making some plays. He discovered a player. His name is Golden Tate.
Yep. Finally,
it's
after
like
3 weeks of being traded.
We don't hear anything about Golden Tate, and then all of a sudden
Golden Tate.
And then all of a sudden it's like, oh. And then it was good to see Darren Sproles back.
I know. It's been forever since I've seen his name. I saw him score, and I was like,
dude,
whoa.
Adrian Peterson's run. What was that?
Here's a fun fact for you. I saw at lunch at B-Dubs today. AP ran for that 90-yard touchdown. The rest of the game, the Skins had 89 yards on 31 plays.
They gave up on the run immediately after that. And
I don't know why.
Because we're a pass-happy league, man. It's the bottom
line.
But I see the Dolphins do it every week. I see every team do it. I saw the Bills do it this week. It's crazy, man. They just, oh man, it's just I don't. We're not getting paid to call the plays, but it was the game last night was within reach.
Until the
Colt
final
quarter. Yeah, Colt McCoy got out, and then Sanchez started throwing picks.
It just went downhill.
That's your typical thing, man. I mean, Sanchez was only there maybe a week or two, right?
A week.
Yeah, so that is they were talking about emergency quarterbacks last night. They were talking about I think it was Jordan Reed, who did not even know he was he was the emergency quarterback.
Well, I mean, what? Yeah, exactly. Like, why would they think that? So, they're just like, man, our starter already went down.
So, but let's talk about I'm not talking about the top tier NFC list. We're talking about the bottom tier, who's fighting for those spots. And now you have the Eagles back in the conversation. The Redskins are still alive, obviously.
They are, but with the trajectory, I don't believe that.
I know, but they're still alive. That's all that matters right now.
Yeah, well, okay, right now.
Of course, you've got Dallas and you got Seattle.
Right.
Seattle and Dallas are playing this week. That is going to be a huge game. And I'll be honest with you, I'm going to go with the home team. I'm going to go with Seattle. Seattle's a home team, but that's going to be a good game. And that is definitely, those teams are peaking at the right time. So for the NFC, for that bottom tier, anything could happen. I mean, obviously the Packers were in that convo, but they're out of that convo officially as a result of them losing. Thank you. What's his name? Mason Crosby, the kicker for the Packers. He cost Mike McCarthy his job.
He's cost him 3 games this year.
Yeah, I was surprised about the Mike McCarthy firing. We're not. We've been talking about it all season.
He's been on the hot seat for 3 years.
I was surprised how it happened.
Oh, just kind of like bam.
But this is. A lot of people came out and were like, "This is despicable. How can you get rid of a coach who wins the Super Bowl for you?" There was a lot of dysfunction. I think. I think there's been dysfunction. Reports, and this happens quite often with big time quarterbacks. Like these reports come out, but apparently Aaron Rodgers wasn't running the plays he was calling. He was changing the plays, and all that stuff. I don't know if any of that's true. And there's some other things. We have a listener, Kevin Purcell, who knows a lot more about that particular situation. But the bottom line is a coach that got you a Super Bowl win, for the most part, has been very successful there. He's going to get a second chance. I personally think McCarthy's going to go to the team with the best quarterback upside, which is right now the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I hate it for the guy. I hate it for his family. And you want to see the Packers sort of take care of Aaron Rodgers' last however many years he plans to play. It could be 5 or 7 years, But, their organization, always solid, always good. So it's going to be interesting to see what kind of coach they get.
Here's my opinion on this whole thing, because people have been kind of in a state of confusion, even though people know that he's been on the hot seat for so long. It's like, for instance, if Belichick were to literally go 8-8 for 5 seasons or lower, or just the team has no idea what they're doing and they're not progressing up,
he would volunteer to
or
quit.
Down.
Yeah,
there would be some change.
Yeah, he
you
would.
could be the greatest coach of all time and still get fired.
Belichick did a press conference today. Oh. His typical. He doesn't ever say anything. He detests the press. He only likes certain people in the press, the football guys. He considers football guys, but he was talking today. He doesn't throw shade. He always says the same thing. Dolphins are a good team. They're playing the Dolphins this week. They're a well-coached team. They got Tannehill, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
But something he did say that was interesting. He said, they were asking about how he prepares for the weeks, for the teams. He goes, listen, we have a process in place. Regardless of our record, this is a results-oriented business, but Belichick talks about a process. Like, they have a process. And it works for them because every coach that has left that organization, I think they may have tried to take that process to the other team. Maybe it didn't work. If you don't have a Tom Brady, I have a feeling it's hard to do the Belichick process. But regardless, yes, if they had a couple of struggling seasons with what you would consider a top 2 or 3 quarterback, you better believe there would be some changes wherever you are. So anyway, I wanted to touch on a few subjects. We talked about Mike McCarthy.
Let's go ahead and talk about Kareem Hunt.
Yeah, so, okay, now all of a sudden, right, he gets released officially.
Dude,
right? We were talking about it last week.
I was sitting on my couch playing Red Dead, or just something like that, and I looked down, and it said, Kareem Hunt has been placed on the commissioner's list, and I was like, okay, and I read the article, and I saw the video, and I was like, oh my gosh. And then I got a little I looked over and it was like the Chiefs had released Kareem Hunt, and I was like, what the crap?
Did you see his ESPN interview?
Yes.
And did you see the video? I watched both. The interview, he's a very shy guy, he's very quiet.
Right.
He admitted to lying to the organization.
Yep.
But I have some questions. You may think I'm a conspiracy nut here, okay? But I've immediately started asking questions about this. So let's talk about this. So the situation happened in February, right? The Chiefs knew about it and the NFL knew about it. Okay.
Right.
So you're telling me both of those entities, the Chiefs being the Chiefs and the NFL, could not have gone to get that video? They couldn't have approached. How can TMZ First of all, they become, I I don't want to know how much money they make off of ads.
Oh my gosh!
Click on ads on the days that they do this, because they did this with Ray Rice. They did this, yep. And we can rate the situations. We're gonna get into some crazy territory, but
oh gosh,
it is. Bottom line is, from what I understand, the Chiefs wanted to go after the video. The NFL shut them down and said, "No, we got it."
Yep.
Right.
And then the NFL was like trying to communicate with the people that handled it, like the department or the police department, I think.
Yeah, the police department said there was no arrest.
They're like, yeah, there's no arrest, so we're not going to give you the video.
Yeah, and then so, we're talking about the NFL, and I'm saying allegedly. I don't want to be sued by the NFL. Allegedly had Baker Mayfield investigated for a year. Okay.
Gosh.
We're talking has investigated players forever. Look at Zeke Elliott. Now, Zeke is no angel, okay? But when you look at Zeke's suspension for last year, what did he get? 6 games or 10 games? I think it was 6.
Yeah, I think it's 6.
Okay, so I think Kareem's probably going to get 10, right? 10 to 12, right? And he'll probably have to go through anger management situation or whatever. A team will pick him up. He's an incredibly talented young man. If I had advice for Kareem, if Kareem was sitting right here and we were about to go have a taco together, I would tell Kareem, you are who your friends are. You are who you hang out with.
Yeah.
And if this is what's happening, you need to separate the two. It's easier said than done, but it's something I preached to my kids since they were 4 years old. You are who your family, who you allow around you.
Yeah.
But going back to the situation, I watched the video. The video sucks. It's stupid. And he did hit her. That is,
or kicked her rather.
Both. He did both.
Yeah.
And it was not good. It was not good. I think it's clear to me. I think alcohol obviously was involved. And it takes two for that situation to happen. The rumor was she called him the N-word. I'm not 100% sure. We don't know. We're assuming a lot of things.
Speculating on a video.
Yeah, we're speculating on something. However, the video looks bad. It's not as bad as the Ray Rice video.
Oh,
the Ray Rice video was way worse, and the dude never really ever got that was it for him. But this situation, Kareem will bounce back. He will bounce back. He's probably gotten into some more stupid situations over the last couple of months. There's stuff leaking out. I hate that for him. If he hadn't lied to that organization,
he'd still be there.
I do believe Andy Reid would have stuck with him. He probably would have gotten suspended regardless, but I think they would have at least let the NFL know, hey, this did happen.
If the honesty was there, yeah.
We know what's going to happen. We're going to officially support him. Because let me tell you, Reuben Foster, who got released from the 49ers, who's on the Redskins, he's doing crazy stuff too. It's been domestic situation after domestic situation with him. So the ball clubs, the teams, I don't care what team, they're going to take chances. Now, there's certain levels of chances they're going to take. There's just certain GMs. I mean, Jerry Jones is going to take a chance on somebody. If that person can play,
right.
he's going to put them on their team. He can say all he wants.
Like Randy Gregory, pretty much.
Yeah, he's fine with them if they don't rock the boat. And it goes back to T.O., it goes back to the Super Bowl teams. They had dudes on those teams that were insane. like staying up all night, doing drugs, the whole lifestyle, then playing playoff games. They brag about it now in the documentaries they show on the NFL Network.
Or like getting their Hall of Fame jackets like, I used to do cocaine before a game.
Yeah,
look where I am now.
There's crazy rumors about Dan Marino back in the day with all that stuff, but with social media, things are very different. So ball clubs will always take certain ball clubs, not all of them, will take the talent over the issues. They will try to deal with the issues and try to rehab the player. I do believe they do want to rehab the guy. I do believe that.
Right.
But if Reuben Foster can help the Skins, or if Kareem Hunt can go to the Colts or go to a team, can you imagine him with Andrew Luck?
I was going to say, who do you think he's going to go to?
Oh, I would take Kareem. That's another thing. It affects the Le'Veon Bell market.
It sure does.
And it affects it hardcore. Because I'm thinking as a GM, I'm like, wait a second. Do I want Mr. Cheapo Kareem contract,
or do I want?
Because that's a rookie contract,
right?
And he ain't going to get the big deal he was going to get.
No.
He's still going to get a good deal.
Or do I want $18 million a year, Le'Veon Bell?
I think I would go get Kareem Hunt.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, it's a no-brainer. It
on.
hurts. It hurts Le'Veon Bell.
Yeah,
it's gonna hurt him. So I mean, Le'Veon's gonna get paid. We know that, but I think the team that may get him may change because of this Kareem Hunt situation. But the bottom line is, my thoughts and prayers are with him. I want him to get his crap together. He's a dynamic player. I thought on the Chiefs, it made them almost unstoppable on offense.
Here's an
almost,
opinion.
Say what?
Do you think the Chiefs are going to win the Super Bowl now? Or even make the Super Bowl anymore? I don't think so.
I don't know, man. I saw a breakdown.
I
saw a breakdown of a throw Mahomes made. I saw it today. He threw it to Kelsey. Okay, Kelsey. He's going toward. He went up the middle-ish. Right. It's a little 5-6 yard, 8 yard throw. Right, and he is covered, completely covered, and Mahomes throws it to his bottom right side of his hip, where only Kelsey can get it. Kelsey turns around, catches it with his left hand, spins back around, and starts running.
Yeah.
Crazy throw. Like, these are throws a normal quarterback would never make. And he makes it. And when you get in the playoffs, that's the quarterback you need. Like, that's the play. That's the un-Blake Bortles. Blake Bortles, he's the opposite of Blake. Like, when you're in the playoffs, Blake ain't going to take no chances.
The un-Blake Bortles.
It is. It's the total opposite. Tannehill wouldn't make that throw either. You know, Tannehill makes random, his aggressive throws are usually deep balls. That's what sort of, he takes the high percentage of the chances. You know, he's going to go for the deep ball, you know, the 50-50 balls, but Mahomes is making placements with that ball, which is insane. So I still, it does hurt them, by the way. I think it does hurt them, and I'll tell you why. Because as usual, the Patriots are starting to hit their stride
again. Yep.
Yeah, and the Steelers aren't. The Steelers are not doing great right now, and now I'm starting to see a picture. Oh, Chargers. The Chargers are hitting their stride. That would be a great game. The Chargers and the Pats. You know, we're going to see some good games on the AFC side. Speaking of that game, I want to talk about that Steelers and Chargers game. Yeah. Did you see the offside they missed on the first big touchdown the Chargers had? Right tackle.
Oh, you mean the false start?
Right tackle was 2 steps.
Oh yeah,
out of his stance.
Yeah, that's been 2 weeks in a row that's happened.
Now the last time that happened, the ref got fired.
Really?
Yes. I want to know what the NFL is going to do now, because it happened 2 times in that game. They asked Mike Tomlin about it. Tomlin goes, I can't say anything. I don't want to get fined.
I've sent too much money to New York.
Yes.
Is what he told us.
Yeah, and it's Christmas time. I ain't going to be spending no more. But, okay, so you got refs missing that. So, you know, I've touched on this. I've started watching some college ball, dabbling in it. Saturdays, some Fridays if it's on. I start watching it. What I have learned about college ball is that I love 2 things. The pass interference penalties. It's limited to 15 yards, period, in college ball.
Really?
I love that. I love that. Number 2, the replay system and the way they referee a game is unbelievable. Mm-hmm. It is light years better than what's happening in the NFL right now. If there's a question, they replay booth double checks it and corrects the ref, and then they go on with the game. Right? It's incredible. It's a great system, and I'm sitting here watching the NFL, who has arguably the worst PR in the history of all mega billion-dollar companies. I mean, they're the worst. Right?
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, it's lame. They're the worst, and they're the worst when they talk about the refs.
Yeah,
they will defend the refs publicly. Well, the refs did blah blah blah. They will always defend the refs, and then 2 weeks later, magically, the dude that missed those 2 calls
Gets fired.
will be fired. Oh, no, everything's great with the refs. But he's gone.
Yeah.
And I've never seen them have this many issues. I mean, every year, there's rule changes. Like randomly over the last month, helmet-on-helmet hits, they don't even make the call anymore.
Really?
No, they don't make the call. Freaking Kamara got crushed by man, I forgot who hit him. It was a head-to-head collision.
Oh, Thursday night.
Yeah, and they totally missed the call. Huh. Totally missed the call. It's almost like they're not even calling that anymore. So, same thing with the sort of with the roughing the quarterback. I saw a few guys get tossed and really nothing get called. So, it's so weird to see them decide to be picky about a rule and then let it go into a month or two of football. And then all of a sudden they're like, okay, guys, pull back. It's almost like they're getting ready for the playoffs because when the playoffs happen, bro, they ain't going to call nothing.
Right.
They're going to let those guys play. We're going to have a very, very high score, and I think probably some records broken in the playoffs, but for sure the Super Bowl is going to be like last year or whatever. It's going to be it is going to be a crazy shootout.
Right.
So, but anyway, what else did I have on our talk
One more
about
thing?
list? Yeah.
Urban Meyer retiring.
Yeah, that is, man, wherever he leaves like with issues. Like he left Florida with issues. He left his last program with issues. And now with Ohio State. Now, the dude can win games. I mean, every program he has left, he's
only lost, I think, it was either 7 or 9 games with Ohio State. That was
I think it was 9.
9?
Yeah, he is.
What?
He is, I mean, the whole shtick when he came back to Ohio State that he was supposed to have more balance between his family and work. He was like, yeah, this time around I'm going to have more balance. He must be a maniac. I mean, the dude, but you know what? This is going to play out like a movie plot. This is what I think is going to happen. I think he's probably going to go to the NFL, and he's probably going to get his quarterback. He's been grooming for the last 4 years. They've been pushing for that kid. What's his name? I can't remember. Is it? I can't remember. It starts with a B. A B is in boy. But that quarterback, Ohio State quarterback, is going to probably be a first-round quarterback, maybe or an early second round for sure. But he's good. Like, he's legit. He's legit. I've been watching him get there's a dude I follow on Twitter that breaks down quarterbacks, and he loves them. He loves them. But so what do you think about Urban Meyer in the NFL? Do you think he tries to bring? I mean, he's considered like the father of the spread, by the way. Like, right. Yeah, like he's been very influential in college football.
I think he'd have a Pete Carroll-esque sort of tenure, honestly.
Pete Carroll's done well.
That's what I'm saying.
You mean the first Pete Carroll or the second Pete Carroll?
Second Pete Carroll.
They said the first Pete Carroll didn't work out because he was, quote-unquote, too West Coast for the Patriots. He coached for the Patriots.
Yep, but now he's like...
And he ended up leaving, and the basis of that team ended up winning Super Bowls. Think about that.
Oh, I know.
I
think if he came to the NFL, he'd have a very solid career.
I think he'd been... I don't think he would be like what's his name from Oregon, Chip Kelly.
No.
I think even though what Chip Kelly did was really innovative, it caught up to him.
Yeah,
like he wasn't able to morph his concepts enough to sort of like deal with how fast defenses change and the speed of defenses in the NFL. There's always somebody that's going to figure out your system, you know. But you've got. I think he would do well. I really do. I think he would come into an NFL team. A franchise would probably have to give him a lot of power. He's not going to be one of these dudes that's just going to
I'll just coach the team.
I'm just going to be the ball coach.
Yeah.
Oh, no. I think he's going to
drafting people.
Yeah.
I'm making free agent decisions. I'm doing this.
I think he will go after, he'll go after final say pretty much.
I'm play calling.
Yeah, so I think it's going to be interesting to see what he does. I mean, again, what jobs do you want? Like, do you, Baker Mayfield, do you want that quarterback? Like, it comes out it decides who's coming out. And let's talk about QBs real fast. We might as well talk about it.
I actually have a topic for you real quick.
Okay, I want to get this out of my mind.
Okay, yeah, because, I'm holding mine too.
Deshaun Watson has made all the difference for the Texans.
Well, yeah.
Right? He has made that franchise, they have lost 3 games. That's it.
Yep.
And he wasn't even playing great his first month.
Mm-hmm.
The kid has been unbelievable at this level.
Oh, I know.
And he's only getting better. He's getting more accurate. Like every time I turn him on, he's making some big boy throws. He's looking off the right corner. I mean, he's doing good.
Mm-hmm.
And with that defense, whoa, I'm just saying, in December,
they're a dark horse right now.
They are now. And I think he can beat Belichick.
Ooh, that's a bold prediction right there.
I do. I mean, I think he can as a quarterback because that's what you need. You need somebody that can go toe-to-toe with Brady.
He has the talent level too, but I don't think the rest of the team has the caliber and the maturity that the Patriots do.
Oh, no.
To win a game.
You're playing arguably the best disciplined coach team.
Yeah.
Like, they don't hurt themselves ever. They just don't have penalties. They are always at the bottom of penalty yards in a year. They are the best with in regards to penalty and situational football. It is ingrained in that culture. Whatever he does, they just don't make mistakes and they don't hurt themselves. It's quite incredible to watch how good he is at that. So anyway, you want to do our picks?
One topic real quick.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
So this topic, I was watching Undisputed with Skip and Shannon.
Oh yeah,
Sharp, and they were talking about.
I don't watch that. How do they get along on that
It's
show?
more like I just tuned in real quick. Kyler Murray from Oklahoma. You know who I'm talking about? The quarterback.
Yes, he's one of the.
He's going to play baseball.
Oh.
He's taking a guaranteed contract from baseball.
As a backup, or is he going to just
No,
go
he's
play
like
baseball?
an actual prospective, like a good baseball player.
Like John Elway had that.
But here's the deal. Would you rather, because he's arguably like as good at baseball as he is football and getting better at football. Would you take the guaranteed money with non-contact, basically, sport, or would you go play football?
Oh, I would go non-contact.
There you go.
It just depends on how crazy he is. Mahomes had a similar situation.
Right.
A lot of these guys do. Like John Elway had a backup. He didn't want to go play for the Giants. He had no interest in playing for the Giants, or whoever. I forgot. Maybe it was San Diego. It was somebody's team. He didn't want to go play for him. Told him he wasn't going to play for him. He'd rather play baseball.
Right.
Bo Jackson was allowed to play baseball, play football. I don't know, man. But the thing about baseball is it's a long season.
Oh, I know.
It is a long season. It's a different kind of game.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's do our picks for next week.
Well, let's do the wrap up of last week.
Yeah, let's wrap it up really fast.
All right. Weekly pick'em. Get back on that. Everyone.
Hey, I got second place. Freaking Kevin crushed us this week.
Oh, really?
Yes, he did.
Oh, okay. Let's start out with the Saints and Cowboys. What in the world?
Yeah, great game. Yeah, I mean, really, if you could have drawn it up any better for the Cowboys, they're those linebackers, Jalen Smith and the other dude,
and Van Der Esch.
Oh my God! And then they said today that Sean Lee, when he's healthy, he's gonna get the starting job back. Bull crap! He may start. He literally may start the game,
but he might play like 30% of the snaps.
Oh yeah. Because those linebackers,
they're just too quick, man.
It reminded me of the heyday with Luke Kuechly and those guys at Carolina. Like even as recently as a couple of years ago.
Yeah,
those dudes were unbelievable. Like I have just never seen linebacker play like that. Well, now they run a lot of similar concepts with the Tampa 2. They run that hybrid Tampa 2, but now you got Jalen Smith crushing it. You got Van Der Esch, and then of course you got that D line. They got a legit defense. And I've been saying that for the last couple of weeks, but to watch them do that to the Saints, it's refreshing to watch defensive football. Good for them.
Saints will be back next week.
Yeah. I know.
All right, moving on to the Lamar Jackson show, beating the Falcons.
Hey, RG3 got
he got a couple snaps.
He ran up the ball. He ran up the field a little bit with them, and he's got to be careful, Gage.
Hey, man.
He's gonna get killed if he's not careful.
All I gotta say is Lamar Jackson's not playing pretty football, but we're 3-0.
Oh yeah,
so
yeah. You guys are 7-5. Like you're leading.
We
you're
are
leading
behind Pittsburgh by a half a game.
You guys are lead. Listen, you guys are gonna get that last spot if everything can stay that way.
If Pittsburgh loses out,
I think it's done for Flacco though. I think this is it for Flacco.
Yeah. Unless if we make the playoffs though. Don't be surprised to see Flacco come in.
Oh, no. I think that's what they should do because I think having Lamar run is not a good future in the playoffs. No. So,
all right, move on to the Broncos beating the Bengals, effectively eliminating the Bengals from postseason.
Yeah, Bengals
are,
Herm Lewis, right? Is it Herm?
Yeah. No. Marvin Lewis.
Marvin.
Herm Edwards.
Herm Edwards. I always miss his name. But Marvin... he got 1 year extension, by the way. Did you see that? So they basically said, okay,
you got one more year, bro.
Well, I mean, Dalton's done. He had season-ending surgery
on his thumb. Yeah.
AJ Green's done for the season. He had a toe surgery. I think that happened this week. Sucks for that team, but it happens.
Broncos are 6-6, by the way.
That kid Phillips. Is it the rookie running back, the undrafted?
He didn't play though, I thought.
No. He had 150 yards, bro.
Who was it for Denver that played though?
He the undrafted rookie running back. He's unbelievable.
Philip Lindsay or whatever his name is?
Philip Lindsay. He had 150 yards, bro. He's gonna break a record.
Huh?
Oh yeah, he crushed it.
I'm trying to think of who I'm thinking of.
The kid they drafted.
Team. No, there was another team.
They drafted somebody that was higher than Philip Lindsay, but he has not been good. Philip Lindsay is crushing it.
Oh, I know he is.
Yeah, he's crushing it. He crushed it. He's the reason they won. Yeah, he's going to break a record this year, for sure. So it seems like the arrow's trending correctly there, by the way. Yep. They're catching up. Broncos are catching up. Good for them. Because that coach was in trouble.
Yeah, I mean, I
think they got Coobs there, though. I think the rumor is Kubiak's been a little bit more involved with the offense, from what I understand.
Huh.
All right, so next.
All right, Rams beating the Lions. I'm not surprised there.
I mean,
no one
Aaron Donald.
Really cares.
Aaron Donald's taking over games.
Oh, I know.
You know what's funny? They showed a sack he had. Sue was triple teamed. Sue's getting triple teamed in the middle. Aaron Donald, literally just moves his arm over to the right tackle, boom, throws him over, gets the sack. I mean, Aaron Donald, he would not have that success without the triple team on Sue, but anyway, go ahead.
Next, Green Bay.
We already talked about that
game.
Yeah,
I was surprised.
Typical. Hey, he had the ball at the end of the game, put him in position to win.
Or
tie, and then that Mason Crosby. There you go.
Three other 7 losses.
Yeah.
Next, we got the Texans beating the Browns. Baker.
Baker just played like a rookie.
Yeah.
I mean,
lots of yards, lots of picks.
Yeah.
Next, the disappointing game of the week for me: the Colts scoring 0.
Yeah. So we can
spend a lot of yards. They just
can spend a few minutes on this. I think the Jags. I think the team got a message this week when they benched Bortles. The GM. Or the executive vice president, who is Mr. Tom Coughlin, he's Mr. No Nonsense, went on the radio, said, hey, this team is not playing good. They're not playing as a team. He was very disappointed. He called out the team, called out the coaches, called out everybody. And guess that defense played lights out.
Yeah, and they always play since the playoffs.
Yeah, and they really always play the Colts lights out. So good for them, man. Good for them.
Cody Kessler pretty much just
didn't lose a game.
Made sure he did not lose a game, and it came close.
I bet you Blake will probably end up coming back.
Well, yeah. If this guy plays like this,
I think he'll end up coming back
to
play. But hey, anyway, but the Colts are still in it without a doubt. They're. I mean, honestly, I did think they would be fine this year. I didn't think they were going to be winning 3 games. I didn't think they were going to be garbage, but. They're in the hunt. They
still have a chance?
Yeah, they're in the hunt like everybody else is in the AFC. Okay.
Next, the Bills losing to the Finns. It was close for a long time, wasn't it?
No, we were up. Tell you what, that kid, Josh Allen, right?
He ran the ball all over y'all.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're the worst run defense in the league.
Oh, really? Oh.
Worst. 0. We're at the bottom of the league for run defense. So I was not surprised by that. Tannehill, meager yardage, 3 touchdowns, looked okay. Their defensive line just crushed our O-line, but we just didn't have much of a running game. But the game was, I mean, we shouldn't even let it. the game wasn't as close as what the score was. He shouldn't have even got that chance. But anyway, good for Fins. We got the Patriots coming this week. We can talk about that real fast. We always play the Patriots good at home. We have cost the Patriots home field advantage before in the past. I expect it to be a good game. The reason I like to watch these games is because the Patriots always find our weakest points. And this defense, they are going to run the ball. Mm-hmm. They're going to run for 200 yards. I'm calling it right now. Tom Brady's going to throw the ball like 10 times.
Yeah.
That's it. So, did you see that play where Tom Brady went to do the kneel down but went up a yard because he didn't want to lose his 1,000 yards? Okay, you know what that tells me?
What?
He wants to break every one of Peyton Manning's records. That's what that tells me. He's playing football to break records. Because if he cares that much about 1 yard, he cared that much. He wanted his 1,000 yards. All right, go ahead.
The Bears losing to the Giants.
Listen, you got a backup quarterback, and
he's going to have ups and downs. Yeah. That's all you can say.
And the Giants
really
are starting to get it.
But they won't do anything this year. But
they're starting to get it. I still don't think Eli's the future.
No. Panthers losing to the Buccaneers.
That is a surprise.
Panthers,
they're headed the wrong direction.
They might not make the playoffs.
I thought they were going to get back on it this week.
They've lost 2-3 in a row, right?
And I talked to a friend of mine today who's a huge Panthers fan, and he, everybody on Facebook, every social media, like anybody that's local is like, let's fire Rivera,
trade Cam Newton, trade McCaffrey. Someone said trade McCaffrey.
Okay, hold on. So if you're on the get rid of Cam bandwagon, whoever's listening to this podcast, my question is, who replaces Cam?
Exactly.
Who are you going to find out?
What talent?
Who are you going to go get next year? You're going to go get a rookie from a college team next year and rebuild all over again? Yep. The answer is no. From what I understand, the defense has been bad. They're just not a great team right now, and it sucks. I thought they would be trending better direction, but the Seahawks and Dallas are, So anyway.
But, I mean, who would really, in their right mind, trade McCaffrey right now?
No. That is the McCaffrey's their offense.
Exactly. Yeah. I was like, what are you talking about? And
that's another thing. I don't think they're losing the game because of the offense. I think they're losing it because of their defense.
They're holding up, yeah.
Yeah, I think their defense is just... You should be able to score 24 points in the NFL and win that game 95% of the time.
Yeah.
So, all right, go ahead.
We talked about the Chiefs and the Raiders being kind of a strange, close game.
Yeah, you know what it showed me? That the Raiders team is not giving up on Gruden. That's what that showed me.
Right. They believe in the tank.
Yeah. So, it's not like they're hating on Gruden. It was a good game, actually.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the game. Carr played good.
All right, next. Titans beating the Jets. I mean, yeah. Okay, anyways.
That was a snoozer.
Patriots beating the Vikings. That was kind of...
That was actually sort of a good game. You know what my favorite part of that game? Minus Tom Brady in his yard. Did you see Belichick yelling at Thielen?
Yeah, Thielen was like... Okay, so the thing is, Patrick Chung went down the same time they were contemplating throwing a challenge flag, so they had more time to think about it.
Yeah.
And
Thielen's
like, that's bullcrap. And Belichick's like, shut the F up.
He's like, step the F back. Like, it was so great. And then they asked Brady about that conversation, and he laughed. He said, yeah, that's happened to me with Coach before. It's the NFL. People get heated,
Oh, my gosh.
Belichick went straight back at him. And they hugged each other after that game. Yeah. And they're like, man, I love you, man. You're a great competitor, blah, blah, blah.
But next time, stay the F off my side.
That was fun to watch. Okay.
All right. Seahawks destroying the 49ers. I mean, we haven't talked about the 49ers since Jimmy G, except for that one Nick Mullins game.
Did you see... Now, I did see that Baby Shanahan got ejected.
Oh, yeah.
Not ejected. He got a foul, like a unsportsmanlike. Yeah. You know why?
Why?
Because one of his players lost their shoe. Russell Wilson took the shoe and threw it like 7 yards the opposite direction and went and ran a play and got a delay of game penalty on the defense. That's why Baby Shanahan had the penalty.
That's great.
So think about that. I'm going to repeat myself.
So either get a delay a game or get an offside.
A 49ers player lost her shoe. Russell Wilson throws the shoe 7 yards the opposite direction. That the defensive player has to go get a shoe, and Russell Wilson does a hurry up and snaps the ball. And that's why he lost his mind. And of course, I'd love to hear what the NFL is going to say about that in their response. But I don't blame him. Like, he lost his ever-loving mind over that. So that's pretty funny, though. Throwing shoes, getting a penalty when you can, boy.
Oh my gosh. Next two, we already talked about them. The Chargers beating the Steelers and the Eagles beating the Redskins. So.
Yeah.
All right.
So let's fly through these picks.
Okay, we got Thursday night game. Jags at Titans.
I picked the home team.
Yeah.
I picked the Titans.
Oh, we're getting off to a bad start here. The Jets at the Bills.
I picked the Bills. Yeah, Josh Allen's going to rush for like 200 yards.
Yep. Carolina at Cleveland. Picking Cleveland, dude.
That's a tough game. I keep on picking Carolina, man.
I'm picking Cleveland.
I'm picking Carolina. I'm just hoping they get back on track. Okay.
Atlanta at Green Bay. I'm picking Green Bay.
I did too. Home team.
Colts,
they're both not that great.
Colts at Texans. I'm picking Colts.
Colts and Texans. Oh, at Texans?
Yep.
Are you on crack?
I gotta be different somehow, okay?
No, not against that defense. I'm going to go straight Texans.
Well, Baltimore Chiefs. So long, Baltimore.
I picked Chiefs.
Pats.
That's going to be a great game, by the way.
It will be. Pats at Dolphins. I'm picking Pats.
Of course you are. I am picking the Dolphins, boy.
I'm sorry, but...
Hey, they don't play good at our home. Yeah. They never do. We cause major issues for that team, so... I don't know. I read today if they go like 3-1 and 4-1, we have X amount of chance. If we go 2-2, we have like 2% chance. Whatever. I don't give a crap. We're still gonna probably end the season 8-8. So okay.
All right. Saints at Bucks. Picking Saints.
I picked the Saints as well.
Giants at Redskins. I'm actually gonna pick the Redskins. I just think the Giants are so inconsistent.
I picked the Giants on this one. Yep.
Bengals at Chargers, picking Chargers.
Yeah, Chargers are, hopefully Melvin Gordon can get back by the end of December.
Yep.
And help them with because they're going to need it.
Yep.
They're going to need it.
Broncos at 49ers. I'm going to pick
it's the Broncos.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Broncos.
I'm going to pick the 49ers.
Nah, man, Broncos.
I'm just trying to
They're running the ball.
Change it up, man.
They're running the ball playing good D.
Oh, gosh. Detroit at Arizona.
Oh. You know what? I did pick Arizona.
Whoa, that's the first time this season.
Well, they've discovered a running game.
Yeah.
Byron Leftwich is like, hey, man, we can run the ball.
We can run the ball now.
We're going to run the ball.
Yeah. All right, next, Philly at Dallas. I'm picking Philly.
Pick the home team, Dallas. That's going to be an actually good game. Yeah. I just don't think Philly
has the defense
is good enough.
Yeah.
I'm not saying like Dallas is that amazing, but Dallas is going to control the ball. And I tell you what, Amari Cooper has been very special for them. Mm-hmm. Like he works great with Dak. Mm-hmm. It's made him very dynamic. It's fun to watch.
All right, Steelers at Raiders. I'm picking Steelers, but watch out for the Raiders, man.
Yeah, Steelers, man.
James Conner's
I mean, they
now.
Shouldn't have lost that game in the Chargers. There was like some stupid, like there were 2 near interceptions that they should have had that turned into big plays, plus the no calls. So, up and down team, I'm not sure.
All right, next, Rams at Bears. Ooh.
It's going to be a good game. I'm going to go with the Rams.
If Trubisky comes back, I'm picking the Rams.
I mean, the Rams are, man, they are built for the long haul, man. Yep. Man, they are built. That defense is starting. I tell you, Wade Phillips is going to get them together.
Oh, I know.
They're looking good.
All right, last game, Vikings at Seahawks. I'm picking Seahawks.
Yeah, I picked the Seahawks. Home team. Vikings. There's some drama happening there with the coach. That coach loves to run the ball. They're the least running team in the NFL.
Oh, I know.
Kirk Cousins will spray that ball all over the place, and I think he's figured out. He's like, wait a second. He's got a 71% completion rating, but we're losing every game. I always figured they would run the ball more with him, but anyway. So, hey, this is December. This is going to be major games
Crunch
are happening.
time.
It is crunch time. So, by the way, everybody, I'm warning you now. You better get your milk and bread, boys and girls.
For Saturday and Sunday, right?
Yeah, they're calling for where we live. They're calling for 1.5 feet of snow.
What?
Yep.
No way.
Yeah, between Saturday and Sundays could be 1.5 feet.
Oh my god.
That's what the loose forecast is. So if it's anything close to that, I'm going to be really mad.
Me too, dude.
I am not a fan of the snow.
Yeah.
But we can watch a lot of football. So I told Gabe today, I told my son, I was like, listen, my shovels broke last year, so they lasted a long time. I said, I'm going to go buy some shovels tomorrow, and we're going to figure out a way to keep that satellite dish
there you go.
safe so we can watch our football.
Put a tarp over it.
Anyway, thank you, everybody, for listening this week. Check us out at bombhousepodcast.com. Check out our Facebook page. Welcome to the Bomb House. Check out ruddymanbeard.com. The bearded man, Jimmy Atkins. Check out Gage's social media, who he refuses to acknowledge exists.
I'm sorry.
And I'm trying to help him, and he doesn't want to be helped. It's starting to hurt my feelings. But we do love you all. It's been a great, fun season. I think doing this podcast has made me enjoy watching football even more. So over the holidays, we will have special guests with us sitting in. I'm excited. We're going to have some fun. I know Kevin's going to sit in with us one day. I've got another dude that's going to come in and sit in. I mean, Casey, if you want to come in and hang with us,
Casey.
Man, come in and hang with us and shoot the breeze.
Let's all bask in our mediocrity teams.
Yeah, man,
together.
Let's do it.
Woo!
Let's do it. Let's talk about the NFL. But anyway, we do appreciate y'all. Be like Russell Wilson. Throw that shoe. Throw that shoe at life. Make life. Go make life. Go get that shoe and run away from all the bad stuff. Peace out.
I know you feel that heat. This is Bomb House. I know you feel that heat. Ivala como Matias Perez. Go to the rest. Beating so loud that I know you feel it in your chest. From border to border, but know that this Carolina to the death. I need a session from Bomb House. Heard him say it under breath. Christian dudes with a mean swag, but we walk around like this Jericho. Laying down that adios and no smoking in my studio. Sound coming through the stereo. How you feeling shook? Vertigo. All of this confidence, stripping finesse, hitting notes and falsetto. We love tacos, so let Ricky do his thing pronto. Finish this session today, he gon' hit you with the mix tomorrow. Produce, record, mix, master it. Sounding so dope that it gets your pass a lit. Hit after hit after hit after hit. Hit after hit, lickety split. What's that smell? Apple cinnamon, ready man big. Got it from Jimmy Jam. Grab the pen again, let me hear it back again. Let me hear it back again.